Hey there, everyone. I'm Illena Armstrong, president of the Cloud Security Alliance. I want to thank you for joining us for this first day of our Cloud Threats and Vulnerabilities Summit for 2024. Very much appreciate your continued support. And I'm going to take the time just to close out the day and call out some of the sessions that I think are going to be pretty cool for tomorrow. Indeed, we heard from a number of CISOs during one of our panels today. We heard from Chris Kursky, who was talking about handling vulnerabilities and threats in these ever-growing complex sort of cloud environments, and really figuring out how cybersecurity teams can incorporate AI into their cybersecurity strategies. And we're seeing that more and more, hence the reason why CSA launched our AI safety initiative late last year. And I know that many of you have heard about it. Some of the data points that I'm showing you here are no surprise at all. I mean, we're hearing more and more about CISOs really looking to incorporate AI into their cyber defenses, trying to figure out how it can better their malware analysis, workflow automation, risk scoring, and more organizations are creating formalized plans to do that. Obviously, there's always going to be the worry on how bad actors are also leveraging generative AI to make their attacks even more seamless, more automated. And so at the same time that cybersecurity teams are looking to shore up their security controls with AI, they're also looking to figure out how they can protect against its use by bad actors. But again, not too much new here. I know that Chris really talked a lot about this, but I thought it's important to kind of call out some of the areas where we're seeing and we're hearing from our own corporate members and CISO contacts about how they're seeing AI as a benefit to their cybersecurity programs, their risk management programs. And I'm sure there are going to be even more ways that these teams will leverage AI going forward, of course. The bottom line is it's an ever-growing market. It's predicted to be $135 billion by 2030. Definitely a game-changing technology. We've said time and time again during other presentations that it's probably the most consequential technology that we'll see in our lifetimes, hence the reason we really need to work together now to address all of the risks, the challenges, and the benefits. And that's what our AI safety initiative is all about. So if you are interested in working with us on this, I encourage you to definitely contact us directly. You can drop me a line. Certainly our CEO and co-founder, Jim Rivas. We've got a lot going on. We've already established our executive committee. We have all of the major cloud service providers involved, all of the frontier model LLM companies engaged with us, different agencies around the globe, including CISA, as well as other stakeholders, nonprofits, and other associations. We're also in the midst of standing up our nonprofit council, which is going to be yet another critical component to ensure that we're covering our bases as far as all of the education, the attestation for providers, the frameworks and guidance that we'll be putting out is really comprehensive, and it's taking into account all of these individuals' perspectives. So just had a meeting this week with our corporate members to talk about the launch of our corporate member leadership council to make sure that we're getting all of those members who are part of CSA represented in all of the releases that will be forthcoming very shortly. So anything you want to do, there's a place for you. We already have well over 1,500 volunteers who are working with us on this front to basically help us do all of these things here. You will have access to these slides, so as you kind of digest them further, you can always come back and pose any questions or thoughts you'd like. The one thing I also just wanted to call out to you, Sean Heidi, our very own Sean Heidi, along with a number of key players from MITRE, will be presenting tomorrow about our Caveat program, which is a really beneficial and interesting program in which you can become involved if you so wish. It's all about trying to have a more predictive system by which organizations, their cybersecurity teams, can really deal with cloud security attacks. They can understand what kind of controls they need to be putting in place to really have a solid security posture against these attacks when our cloud environments are growingly complex. And so it's built on a MITRE proof of concept. It really is this predictive threat model that we're trying to achieve. And you can read more about it before tomorrow's second day of our summit, during which we'll hear from Sean and a number of experts on this panel. We released a research white paper on it back in November. So I encourage you to check that out, hit up our website. And if after you hear more, ask questions of the panel tomorrow, you would like to join us to really help us advance, and MITRE that is, help us advance sort of the utility of this particular model, we absolutely are looking for that peer collaboration so that we can really get this off the ground and moving. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out there. And finally, it seems like it's far away, but my goodness, it's not. RSA conference is fast approaching. As you all know, we own that Monday of the conference. We'll be having our AI summit there. I've noted here just some of the confirmed speakers. You're going to hear from Kevin Mandia, Phil Venables, Pete Cronus, a number of other awesome folks. We're also in the midst of confirming a few others right now. And a new sort of happening that will be occurring at our summit will be our Startup Pitchapalooza, which will enable all of the attendees, as well as the judges that I've noted here, to hear from members of CSA startup community and learn about some of the solutions they're offering, what makes them different, how are they innovative, how can they support security teams. So if you're interested in kind of getting a glimpse of some of our startups and what they're doing, some of the innovation that's happening out there, I would definitely encourage you to hit that component of our summit up, excuse me, at RSA come May. So I want to thank you again for all of your support for hitting up our summit. And definitely encourage you to reach out, talk to me, ask questions, let me know how things are going. I welcome it. And thank you again, and we will see you tomorrow.